Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Yukonada. So today I leave for the Kurobe gorge. I'm going to Osaka Onsen, staying in a little ryokan overnight there, and then taking the gorge railway train tomorrow. And I've actually booked for the next day, tomorrow evening actually. I come back from the gorge and I head off to Osaka. I'm spending 3 nights in Osaka, and I'll take in the sights of Osaka and Kyoto. This is us back at the railway station. So this would be nice to go back when the snow's here. I think it would be very, very pretty. And yeah, I can see where I am. I mean, this is like just mountains galore. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. So the train here at 8:39, a little fun train, takes me back to Nagano station, and then I'm going to get the 12:06 Bullet Express from there and change. So we should all be good. But yeah, here we go. This is awesome. Yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful mountain town. So yeah, I just did go off the railway station here in Nagano, and I bought my ticket for today, not a problem. However, the ticket for tomorrow, there was no seats available in the train. I needed to catch, so I ended up having to go grand class, which is like first class. So it cost me twice the amount of ticket, $127 to go from Kurobe, Osaka Onsen station to Osaka. Anyway, I'm on vacation. So I arrived here, and I believe I've got like I have an hour and a half before the train leaves. So I was going to actually walk up to the temple, and it's here, and basically just straight up this road here. Look at this cute little clock. Cool, right? Anyway, it's like a major city, but I tend to walk faster than most people in Japan. So anyway, I just thought I would take the opportunity to see a different city, and I've been told this temple, which is called the Zongen Temple, or the Zenkoji Temple, is actually worth seeing in Nagano. So I thought rather than just sit at the station, we'll do a little quick exercise and go as fast as possible up here and have a quick look, and then come back again. And I should have about 20 minutes to spare before I get on the train. I put my case into a locker, and the lockers you just put in change. It was like $5. You get a key, leave it there and pick it up when you go back. So all is good. Okay, let's go. And here's the temple. When a lassie wants a laddie, runs through the ride. They're actually playing an old Scottish song on the background there for the road crossings. So this is the wow. Wow. How pretty is this? Man alive. Wow. That is one big temple. Huh. Wow. There's a gate. It's actually a temple up ahead. I think this dates back to the 7th century. 7th or 5th century. I'll have to look it up when I go back and do an overview. cool. And there's places to eat here too, so you can grab some food on the way back. All the food stalls are on the way up to the temple. So we're entering the actual temple grounds now. Wow, that's a big temple. Wow. Holy smoly. This is some temple. Wow. Drums going. Wow.
今度31日の間音楽会の提供だ。
Look at the gardens. Wow. There we go. Yeah, wow, look at this temple. How cool is that? See her walking around the... So yeah, I'm just actually walking around the temple grounds here, which is actually super cool. Oh yeah, definitely. I think Nagano should be a point of stay, even just to see this alone. Quite amazing. Wow. It's absolutely gorgeous. So in the temple there's a lot of people paying up for things. I've no idea what they're paying for. There seems to be lots of things you pay for to, I don't know, to pray I guess. To do all these cards. A long line, there are people waiting in line to write something on a note and then burn it in smoke and then waft it into themselves. So, and then people write little well wishes on here and tie them onto. This is cool. Yeah, I think they write messages on here and then they burn them, I think, do they? Is that how it works? I don't know. So if I had time I would go into a museum, but I don't have time to go into a museum, but that's what's in here. The buildings alone are super, right? What's that? What an amazing place. Wow. Wow. And here comes my train. Cool. So I'm just leaving Itogawa station, and I'm now on the opposite side of the island from Tokyo, so I actually effectively am now on the west side of the island, and I'm actually just next to the coast. So when we come out of the station here, we should see some sea. Yep, and there is the sea there. And I am getting off at the next station. So this is actually cool. This is the first station I came to whereby they have a ticket booth, and the ticket booth is just this little ticket booth in here, and it's cash, and it comes at 13:21 is the train. So here's a train coming.
The driver for Natsuki Onsen is arriving. Please stay behind the wedge door position mark.
It's just like a 28-minute journey up to the cool is this little train. Fantastic. Lovely. How cool is this? How cool is this? Huh. Awesome. It's really good. Let's go this way. The driver there. Sweet. So this is a little local train, and we're heading into the mountains. Yeah, you won't be able to see up here, but there's actually a temple, a white temple, maybe up at the very top of the hill up there. And I saw my first rice paddy fields, which are right out here. Again, look at these. Cute. Oh, look. Oh, this is the express train. Yeah, there's only one stop. This just takes you straight to the yeah, one stop over there. There's the rice paddy fields. So yeah, that's rice. It looks like they're actually just growing it for their own houses. Express, that's fantastic. Well, now here in Azuki Onsen, and it's actually way better than what I thought. I'm thinking of what I thought. I thought it was just going to be not much here, but this is the train we came on. Behind that you can see the little trains, and the gorge railways up there. The colours, I'm just a little bit early. They're starting to change. Unfortunately, I'm probably about 2 weeks too early. Dang. So I would say probably first week of November is going to be fantastic here, but this looks a cool place. And on the train I was looking at the onsen I thought it was going to be a really cheap place, but it looks actually really good. Opens at 3 o'clock, so as a true traditional fruit challenge, I'm going to go for a beer. And I just noticed this is crazy. I don't know what that, if it's a trail, but there's a pair of there's ladders, steps that goes the entire way up vertically up that face to that platform all the way up there. Nuts. Let's go and get a beer. I'm just walking around town here. Actually, it's this is the actual where the railway takes off tomorrow. Basically, it's a hydro plant that was here. But here's the little trains that shuttle you in the trolleys. This is the thing I'm getting tomorrow. I'm getting in one of these little trolley cars. And for a little bit more, it's not much more. I mean, you could upgrade if you want, but I was hoping if the weather's like this, you're going to get a better view sitting on that bench. You can have a covered car like that and look out through the glass window if it was snowing or cold. But we'll see. But yeah, so that little thing just pulls you along for about 23 miles down through the gorge. This is another onsen footbath with the springs. Just sit there and have your feet in the water. And feel Anazuki is, I am in this place. There we go. Right folks, good morning, good morning, good morning. So that's me now at the train station at Unazuki Onsen, and we are on the gorge train. So there's two classes. You can go one with the windows and you can go without the windows. But since the weather today is so nice, I've layered up with my clothes, and it's going to be pretty warm today. So we'll get a little guide here, and there's nothing to hinder the viewing experience. And we've got people, a lot of tourists, a lot of tourists like getting a picture taken. yeah. And so the train only goes as far as Namata, and then it'll be a 20-minute break, and then you come back again. And I've jumped on the earlier train at 9 o'clock, so that's pretty good. So I'm happy with that. So it means I'll be able to spend some time here before I jump on the Shinkansen to Osaka. So cool. And we're off. Cha. I like his uniform. It's cool. That's really cool. So I actually have a guide with me also you can download, and the guide gives you an audio of what's happening, some history behind it, and then with viewpoints along the way. And the total trip down here takes an hour there and an hour back. Unfortunately, we just came about. Unfortunately, we came about maybe 2 weeks early. The foliage is not in full autumn colours yet. It's just starting to change. You can see. Wow. It's cool. This is really cool. So cool. Train. near Mata. It actually goes on the railway much further, but there's been some landslides and they're repairing that section of it. So the moment it just stops here. But yeah, I was just looking at some of the history. So this actually, they started building these dams way back, as far back as like 1926. And I think the last one was actually completed in 1966. But they're still actively used. And how they managed to build a railway along this steep edge gorge is just gobsmacking. You can actually walk the entire length from here actually away to the end. They call it the winter path, and it would take you 6 hours if you're walking, longer during winter. So yeah, quite impressive. We have another 15 minutes to stay here before it disappears back. And yeah, here's a train. It used to go to a place called Kiyakidera. So yeah, so let's see how it turns out this time around. Well, that was a fun train ride, gorge this morning, folks, wasn't it? Through our gorge, unbelievable, man. And I'm now actually leaving the mountains and heading back to catch the bullet train to go to Osaka. And I'm actually on the same train which was shooting the way out. This is a local train, so instead of stopping at all these little small stations that I thought were abandoned on the way out, and there are actually people live here, so it's really cool. And it's just amazing how 1 minute you're in the mountains and the gorges, next minute you're in flatland, like this. And there's a sea. I can see the sea over there. So yeah, way in the distance is the sea, blue sea. Yeah, welcome to Japan. Yeah, I can't believe it's taken me so long to get here in my life. Really glad I came. Cool, that's me now back at the Kurobe station after coming from the mountains. And I'm back at the Shinkansen railway station at Kurobe. And I have a bullet train and express train to Osaka where we'll stay 3 nights, as I mentioned. But you're in for a treat here, folks, today. So because when I booked the ticket, I don't know whether it was because the wind, there was high winds expected, etc., and we had to change trains. But it was like there was no seats available in ordinary class, and there was no seats available in the business class. So the seat I'm about to get with this train is first class, grand class. Now the grand class train here, normally you can get food service on it, but this particular section they don't have a food service. They just want you to enjoy the space and the calmness. And it did cost a bit of a leg. I think it normally costs 12,000 yen to go for the ticket from Nagano to Osaka. This cost me like 19,000 yen. Which is 127 US dollars for this one section. So it better be good. So we'll see how good this is. Hi, I'm now at the Shinkansen railway station, and I am going basically to Suruga and changing on a limited express to Osaka. And I am actually on car 12, which is the first car, because I'm going grand class, which you'll see what it's like. But the girls were very helpful downstairs. I couldn't understand why they give you 3 tickets to go these stops. So it turns out you have to buy a basic fare, and then I had to get it upgraded because there's no seats available in the other classes to the first class. So that's the second ticket, and that third ticket is when I transfer for the limited express. But here's the crazy thing. So on this first part of the journey, because I'm doing the upgraded seats, I have to put the 2 tickets into the machine. But you don't put them in one at a time, you put them in together on top of each other. Amazing. But here's a kicker. When I get to what's it called again? When I get to Suruga, I have to put all 3 tickets in the machine, which is like Wow, strange. But anyway, this is fantastic. I tell you what a place is, folk. This is, you need to come here. I'm telling you. Look at this. Now this is not going to pick it up, unfortunately. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this camera as best as I can. But you can obviously see there's mountains there. So the Kurobe gorge is way up in there. But if you turn around this way and look at this, that's the coast. That's sea. So you have all the sea just right there. So you go from sea to these mountains, and I tell you that, wow, that was just something else. And 2 more weeks, that would be exquisite. So I think on my journeys, by the time I get further on in my trip, I think I'm going to see some really good foliage for the autumn, and especially when I get to Korea. Okay, let me go down and take a seat. I have 25 minutes until my train arrives. Hey baby, here she comes. Wow. Wow, baby. Seat 2A. Oh, there we go. Seat 2A. Let's see what's in here. Interesting. It's like a plane. Yeah, there's not as many people. There's not many people. I think there's one person lifting his carriage now, which is cool. So I can actually chat and talk to you. But generally, within these bullet trains, there's a big concrete wall that's sort of halfway up the screen. You never see much of the countryside because of it. But the landscape is certainly changing. It's very impressed. Yeah, it's quite strange in here. It's like it's a massive. It's a bit different from ScotRail or the train system in Seattle. Amtrak. So Fukuokusa. I'll let it leave that to your imagination. Fukuokusa. Hi, Fukuokusa. Okay.
Please throw away your trash and return.
Okay, I just came off the bullet train there to Suruga, and I'm now in Suruga, and there's another the Shinkansen, and I'm now on this beast. It's a Japanese Railways West train. I now just came off the Thunderbird Express at Osaka station and made my way to the subway station, which is called the Yotobashi line. Yeah, so the Yotobashi line, and I take 5 stops, and I get off at Dairokuchu. And when I go off at Dairokuchu, I'm good. Yeah, good to hear. Dairokuchu. And then it's a very short walk from there to the hotel. So that was actually very easy today. And I'm getting used to travelling. I'll tell you what though, folks. If things did not have English here, it would be an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Anyway, here's the train. So I'm in the subway now, and that subway train was absolutely full 2 seconds ago. The people were jam-packed, standing next to each other. So obviously, they are leaving work, coming back to go home, and I'm actually going to where they probably normally work. So lucky for me, basically just 5 stops, and then a couple of minutes walk, and I'm going to be here for 3 nights. I thought I'd be able to just base myself here and be able to go to Kyoto for a day to travel. But the hotel I've got is more of an apartment, a self-catering apartment, and it has washing machine, so I'll be able to do all my clothes and washing for the last week. So can't ask more than that.